and as Mr. Frank Papa told me years ago, the best cup of coffee in town. So the mayor's hanging out here with us, but I want to talk to you about baseball. I told my audience, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and I know the Dodgers have pitching, but if the bats go cold, don't count out the Blue Jays. Well, they are ice cold, and tomorrow night, the Blue Jays can actually slam the door shut. I love the Dodgers. I mean, I've interviewed Tommy Lasorda, lots of great memories. Adam Liberatore, a kid from nearby Beaver County, pitched for them. Love him, love him, love him. But, you know, I got a little Canadian running through my veins because of my father. I'd love to see him win. I remember Joe Carter in '93. Do they have a chance?
Well, they're going to win it all. They're going to win it. They might not win tomorrow night with a great pitcher. He goes the whole way. The Japanese pitcher,
Yamamoto.
But on Saturday, they're going to win. They're going to win. They got one or two games. They're going to win.
All right, come on, Mayor, jump in here.
I'm really surprised, to tell you the truth. I know the Dodgers have 7 great pitchers, Rob, and things like that. But I got to agree with you guys now. I've been watching some of this series. I mean, these guys are for real, Toronto. The energy they're playing, and that Guerrero's, he's just an unbelievable player. I think they're going to win in 6, truthfully.
All right, so I'm thinking about you last night.
I watched 18 innings the other night. I didn't go to bed. I watched every pitch. My wife's come down. What the hell are you doing? I said, 17th inning, go back upstairs.
That's a baseball fan. Now listen, I watch the MLB Network every night. Love what they do post-game coverage. Fox has done a great job, too, no matter what anyone says.
They do a great job.
I think so. I think so. But anyway, so I'm thinking of you last night because of this rookie pitcher. I mean, they're talking Sandy Koufax type of thing. Yeah. No one. I mean, he strikes out 12.
12 guys.
He's 22 years old from Pottstown, the home of Yingling, the America's oldest brewery. But here's where it gets interesting. You and I have talked about travel ball all the time, how it really is starting to hurt youth baseball.
Oh, it's killed youth baseball.
But if this kid has actually pitched more post-game starts than he did in AAA. 22, basically signed out of high school right to the minor leagues. He played high school. He played the Legion ball. He did all of that. I don't think people realize, everybody thinks you got to be on a traveling team to make it to the bigs, but if you just play for your school, your Legion, your Colt League team, that Pony League team, Little League team, as in anything in the way of talent, if you're good, they'll find you. And if you go single A, like the great Johnny Bench has told the story, high school, on a bus to Tampa, Florida, the rest is history. If you get into the bigs like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 16, I think you have a better chance coming out of high school if you're good enough to get into the pros, and I think it's one of the reasons why that young man ended up starting in the World Series and doing what he did.
Yes, yeah, he pitched a great game. He pitched 2 good games. They should have won that 18-inning game that night, and that was sad because he took that good catcher out. He lost Springer in the first inning. He swung too hard at his back, so he had no hitting. And then he took that Springer, the Kirk out for a pinch runner. The kid from the Pirates, they put in Kiner to run. And that poor Kiner came up 3 times with the bases loaded, 2 and 3, and he didn't hit a foul ball. The guy had a terrible night. But they could have won it. They should be home right now with the championship. But that game, that 18-inning game, they should have won the game that night. Plus the umpire on that walk, the umpire didn't say, you remember that night? Runner on first. 3-2 count. It was a ball. The batter takes his thing off, starts at first base here, strike. The poor guy, Bichette, was on first base. He walked off. He got tagged out.
Yeah.
And then he went to first base. Then they got 2 hits right after that. They should have been that night. It was a good game.
You very seldom see that in a major league game like that. You know,
no, that was a new rule.
Professional. It did cost him the game, I believe. And like Nick said, when that game, the series is over.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that, though?
Well, who would have thought they'd put up 11 runs in that first? Come on.
I know.
But I knew right then and there. Look, I remember his dad, okay?
Oh, yeah.
A real gamer.
Yeah.
But listen, and you and I love the Pirates, and you and I go round and round. And I know.
I love the Pirates.
And I've been taken to school. They got to get a bat during this offseason. You notice that every team that really wins has pitching. Think about all the ex-Pirates like Glasnow and all these guys that are pitching in the bigs right now that used to be Pirates.
Sadly, Nutting probably would have paid him $32 million. That's the Glasnow makes.
That pitching staff in Los Angeles, about $1 billion.
1.3 billion, but they said Glasnow. I looked this salary up, 5-year deal. He makes $32 million a year. So I'm just saying, we never would have kept him anyway.
Yeah,
so
the whole Pirate year's salary is $85 million a year. So that'd be like 1/3 of it.
But Toronto, know what their key is? They're hitting. Them guys don't swing at bad pitches. They swing at strikes. He knows that's the way we used to play.
Well,
you swing at them guys will hold the bat up. Schnell couldn't get it. He throws all that slop. They didn't swing.
Do you know the reason for all of this? Can I enlighten you with my knowledge, not anywhere near you or you, but this is the real reason why Toronto, and even the manager giving him love today, and you got a great manager.
Yeah.
Who happens to be their hitting coach?
No,
The greatest Yankee of all time, other than Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig.
Don Mattingly.
Don
Oh,
Mattingly.
yeah, I didn't know that. I forgot.
The guy
about
that I wanted to be the Pirates
Pirate
manager, but
manager.
I'm glad Donnie Kelly.
Yeah.
You got to believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to believe it. Right.
Great player. Mattingly's a great player.
They
Yes,
hit.
you can
They
see his
hit.
hands.
They hit. They don't strike out.
Yeah,
You
his
see it.
influence is there. You know.
But they don't strike out.
Well, the guy that loved these chili dogs more than anyone, Terry Francona. How about
great.
what he did with the Reds this year? Come on.
Great job. Great job. And guess what? He scared the Dodgers for 2 games. Even though they lost, they were in them games. Break here and break there. They were not out of them games. Terry did a great job.
Okay, everybody else is telling me to forget about it. I'm out of my mind. This is what I would do. I'd get rid of Reynolds. I'd get rid of Keller. Take all that money off the table. I'd offer Schwarber something massive over 4 years, or Pete Alonso. You need a stick. And then maybe O'Neill Cruz wakes up, and some of these other players, like Griffin and others, come up from the minors. You have to have bats in this lineup. We got all the pitching we need. We can afford to lose Keller.
Well,
They need to pitch.
Keller, Burrows, they might trade them to Los Angeles Angels. But guess what? You lose a good pitcher, a steady guy, and a guy who wants to be a Pirate. Reynolds doesn't have any hitting around him. Reynolds is batting by himself. He has nobody around him that hits. Cruz stunk all year, plain English. Think about it. They had nobody in
Hit
number
200
5.
though.
200.
He hit 200. He kept him out of the last game to hit 200. So that's something. That's a shame. With all that speed and power, he should be able to hit 300 without a problem.
But one thing you
I
have to
don't
have
think he cares.
head. You have to. He'll have a head.
Yeah.
But
No
well,
brain.
here's the other thing in the Pirates, that any successful team, I mentioned bench, going back to the greatest of all time. You look at Will Smith, Kurt, you got to have good, solid catchers, right,
Oh
Mayor?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Starts there. That's one of the most important positions. You know, look at all the teams have won. Cincinnati, Big Red Machine. Who they have? Johnny Bench. I saw a film of him the other day with 7 baseballs in his hand. What a player! You know what I mean? That's the Pirates when they had their heydays. Manny Sanguine was a good defensive catcher.
Tony Perez, Tony Pena, Mike LaValliere, Jason Kendall.
Ed Ott, on and on. You know, even back in 1960, Smokey Burgess was there for a while. You know,
Yeah,
I got
remember.
his catcher mitt at home,
yeah.
Smokey Burgess. Listen, we're going to talk some football in a minute. I love this game so much, baseball. And I got to tell you, Ohtani, in my opinion, he's the greatest that ever played the game.
Ever greatest player ever played the game. Nobody
better
can pitch.
than Babe Ruth?
He's better than Babe. This guy hits some miles, and he's a great hitter. He's a great pitcher. He's just a great player. And he is.
I would stop him from pitching very soon.
The guy probably wants to pitch.
I know, but I would. He's had
He
2
pitched-
Tommy John, and his bat falls off when he pitches. I'm sorry. And the thought of him having to get into the rotation, look, he's had some epic moments, but he's not been Ohtani like in the postseason. A couple of games here or there.
But last series he had a hell of a series. But the Dodgers, one player to surprise me this year, how great he is, Mookie Betts.
Oh,
He
were going to
plays
put him in
outfield
winner.
for 5 years, and he put him at shortstop. He hasn't made an error. This guy is tremendous. At shortstop, the guy is one, and he hits. He's just a great player. There's their player.
what would it be like to have Freddie Freeman at first base for the Pirates?
Yeah, great
what
player.
a great player,
Hey.
great guy too.
Great guy. Atlanta, he wanted to stay with Atlanta in the worst way. His agent sold him off to the Dodgers. He was so mad at his agent. He fired his agent over that. But it worked out for both teams because Atlanta got the good first baseman Olsen from Oakland that year. So it worked out good. But Freddie Freeman, another guy, great eye at the bat. He don't swing no bad pitches. He keeps his eye on the ball. The other night at 3 o'clock in the morning, it was nice. Here's a shot.
All right, be nice, but we're going to go to do some football next. But by the way, Ravens over the Dolphins tonight. I already got my pick in with the guys from the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. Lamar's going to go tonight. But what do the Pirates really need to do? Because this division is not that spectacular.
No.
What do they need to do?
I keep Reynolds. I like Reynolds.
I know you do.
I think he's a good hitter, and Keller's a great 3. And he's the oldest guy on the team. These 2 guys want to be Pirates. Nobody realizes that. Like a lot of guys don't want to be Pirates. A lot of players don't want to come here. It's going to be hard for them to even sign a recruit. Their payroll right now is at $69 million. So he can spend it up like the other night on one of your talk shows. The guy said they should be 120. I'll tell you, it was the kid from Butler, the basketball player. Matt Clement was on. He said the Pirates got to be about 120, 130 to be a team like Milwaukee, and Cincinnati. They could be a team like that, but he's got to spend the payroll up to 130.
Listen, I had Matt Clement on many times.
great guy.
Great guy.
Great
You probably-
basketball
you
player,
probably-
too,
he
right?
know- He knows
I
him.
love him. Very good friends with him.
Yeah, it's the
Great
same.
guy, great person. And so is his dad, Paul. If he's watching, how you doing, Paul? He's a great guy. Matt was a terrific pitcher for 9 years. I told him, I think I can still hit him. We're going to go down Ewing Park in the middle of winter, and I think I can get his fastball.